Hello friends, hope you all are doing well. Myself Anurodh Ankit. Today we are going to start our new chapter, that is partnership. This is a very beautiful chapter. In this chapter we don't require a lot of formula and all. Only by a single concept and by learning only one or two formula in this chapter we will be able to solve the entire question. And this chapter doesn't require a lot of concept. So in every examination, you will find at least one of the question from this partnership chapter. And if you learn the concept properly, you can solve any type of question in partnership. So let's start the chapter. In the partnership, there is one important point to remember throughout the chapter, that profits are distributed in the ratio of their investment if other conditions are the same. Means other conditions are the same means if the time period is same. If the time period is same, the profit will be distributed in the ratio of their investment. Okay. And the formula, there is only two formula, basically one formula. Profit is equal to time into investment. Sometimes investment is also denoted as capital. So profit is equal to time into capital, or profit is equal to time into investment. So we can say that time is equal to profit upon investment. Okay. So better jump to the question and start answering the question. There we will learn a lot of concept regarding this chapter. Only two things we have to keep in mind, that profits are distributed in the ratio of their investment if other conditions are the same. If other conditions are not the same, we make the condition same. We try to make it same. We try to make those all investment in a single time frame. Okay, so we will better learn through questions. The first question: three partners A, B, and C invest rupees 1600, 1800, and 2300 respectively in business. In what ratio should the profit be divided? Okay, so here time period is the same, means they are investing for an equal period of time. Let's say 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, whatever it is, but the time period is the same. If the time period would have been different, they would have given that A has invested this much amount for 4 months, B for 7 months, like this. So here nothing is given, means the time period is the same. And I have told you, if the time period are the same, profits will be divided in the ratio of their investment. So what is the ratio of their investment? For A, B, C, this is 1600 is to 1800 is to 2300. Just cancel these two zeros. It will be 16 is to 18 is to 23. So what is your answer? Answer is D. In the exam, if you find such questions, by looking at the question, you can just tick the answer. If you have learned this single concept, that profits are divided in the ratio of their investment if other conditions are the same, directly what you will see, 16 is to 18 is to 23, D will be your answer. So you can basically answer these type of questions within 2 to 3 seconds. Remember, this single concept will save a lot of time there in the examination hall. Okay, second question. Jagan Mohan, Roop Lal and Pandeyji rented a video cassette for 1 week at a rent of rupees 350. If they use it for 6 hours, 10 hours and 12 hours respectively, then what is the rent to be paid by Pandeyji? Okay, before answering this question, let me ask you, suppose A and B rented a cassette and they both used for 5 hours, and the rent for the cassette is 100 rupees. So in what ratio they will divide this rent? Because they are using for equal number of hours, means 1 is to 1. So they will divide this equally, means 1 is to 1, means if the rent is 2 rupees, A will give 1 and B will give 1. But here the rent is 100 rupees. So 2 is equivalent to 100, means it's 50 times. So A will give, this will also be 50 times and this will also be 50 times. So A will give how much? 50 rupees. B will give how much? 50 rupees. Suppose A used for 2 hours and B used for 3 hours. Okay, so they will divide in the ratio 2:3. So total, if there is 5 rupees, A will give 2, B will give 3. Now 5 is equivalent to how much? 100. Means if it is 100 rupees, means it's 20 times. So A will be also 20 times, B will also be 20 times. So A 40 rupees and B 60 rupees. Okay, now we will see the question. Same question here. Jagan Mohan, Rooplal and Pandeyji rented a video cassette for 1 week at a rent of 350 if they use it for 6 hours. Means Jagan Mohan, let's say JAG for Jagan Mohan, Rooplal, ROO for Rooplal and Pandeyji PAN for Pandeyji. Here Jagan Mohan is using for 6 hours, Rooplal is using for 10 hours and Pandeyji is using for 12 hours. So they will divide the money in this ratio only, 6:10:12. Okay, so it will be 3:5:6. So what is the sum? 3 plus 5 plus 6, that is 14. So if there would be a 14 rupees, they would have been divided in the ratio 3:5:6. Means Jagan Mohan will pay 3 rupees, Rooplal 5 rupees and Pandeyji 6 rupees. But actually it is 350 rupees. So 14 is equivalent to 350. Now how many times this 350 or 14? So it's 25 times. How I calculated 25 times? Very fastly. So as I saw 50 over here, so I just multiplied 2 at both the sides. So I did 14 is equal to 700. 350 into 2 is 700. Directly I cancelled this 50 times, now 225 times. So these all calculations I did it in my mind. So it's 25 times. Now what is the question? What is the rent to be paid by Pandeyji? So Pandeyji will pay how much amount? So this will into 25 means 150. So Pandeyji will pay rupees 150. These all part I have explained you, but what you will do in the examination hall, you will see that 6:10:12 means 3:5:6. Total is 14. 14 is equivalent to how much? 350, 25 times. So Pandeyji will pay 6 into 25, that is 150. It will merely take 10 to 15 seconds for this question. Okay. The next question. Prakash, Sunil and Anil started a business jointly investing 11 lakh, 16.5 lakh and rupees 8.25 lakh respectively. The profit earned by them in the business at the end of 3 years. It doesn't matter it's the end of 5 years, end of year or at end of 3 years. If the time period is same, we don't need this time. So the profit earned by them was 19.5 lakh. What will be the 50% of Anil's share in the profit? Now the profit will be divided in the ratio of their investment. So let's say Prakash P, Sunil S, Anil A. So they all invested 11 lakh is to 16.5 lakh is to 8.25 lakh. Now we will take the ratio of their investment and in that ratio the profit will be divided. So how to solve it? Here it's 16.5 and here it's 8.25. So whenever any number comes with 2.25 or 0.5, so when you see 0.25, just multiply it by 4. It will become a whole number. 0.5. So if you have multiplied here by 4, you will multiply here also by 4 and here also by 4. So it will be 11 into 4 is 2. 16.5 into 2 is how much? 33 into 2. And 8.25 into 4 is how much? 33. Now cancel it in 11 table. This is 3, this is 3. Means 4 is to 6 is to 3. Means the profit will be divided in the ratio 4 is to 6 is to 3. So if the profit is 13, P, that is Prakash, will get 4, Sunil will get 6 and Anil will get 8. But profit is not 13. Actually it's 19.5 lakhs. So in how many times it will go? It's 1.5 lakh. So what will be the 50% of Anil's share in the profit? So where is Anil? This is Anil 3. So 3 into 1.5, that is 4.5 lakh is the total profit of Anil. So 50% of 4.5 lakh is 2.25 lakh. So answer is C. Okay. Now let's proceed to the next question. A, B and C contract a work for rupees 550. Together A and B are to do 7 by 11 of the work. The share of C should be. Okay. So A and B are doing 7 by 11 of the work. So let's say the total work is 11. Let's say total work is 11. So A and B is doing 7 work out of 11 work. So the rest work will be done by whom? C. C will do 4 work. So they will get their share according to their work, means how much they have worked. In that ratio they will get their share. If A has done twice work than B, so A will get twice of the share from B. So here A plus B has done 7 work. So suppose total is 11 rupees. So A plus B is to C. A plus B will get 7 rupees and C will get 4 rupees according to their efficiency or according to their work, because A and B has together worked for 7 and C has worked 4. So now the total is 11. If the total is 11, A plus B will get 7 and C will get 4. Now the total is 550. So 550 means it's 50 times. So C will also be its 50 times, A plus B will also be its 50 times. So A plus B will get 350 and C will get 200. So 200 is the answer. Here I am explaining you so much, that's why it is taking some time. But what you will do in the examination hall, you will see that okay, this work is done by A and B, so remaining will be done by C. So C has done 4 work, so they will get their share according to the ratio of their work. So 7 is to 4. Now total is 11. 11 is equivalent to 550. In your mind you will get calculated that it's 50 times, so you will say into 50, that is 200. It will barely take 15 to 20 seconds to solve such type of questions. But here I am explaining you the full part so that you can have a concept over that. You can learn the concept over here. If once you have learned the concept, you can solve any questions on partnership within maximum by 30 seconds. Now the next question. A, B and C can do a work in 20, 25 and 30 days respectively. They undertook to finish the work together for 2220 rupees. The share of A exceeds that of B by how much? The question is saying that how much more A is getting than B. Suppose B is getting 50 rupees, A is getting 80 rupees. So how much more A is getting from B? So 30 rupees. So this is the question. Now A, B, C can do a work in 20, 25 and 30 days. So the share will be divided in the ratio of their efficiency or how much work they have done. So how we will calculate it here? It is given that A can do the same work in 20 days, for which B takes 25 days and C takes 30 days. So you will not say that the work, the share will be divided in the ratio 20 is to 25 is to 30. No, here it is saying that A takes only 20 days to complete the work. So A is more efficient. B takes more days to complete the work. So B is less efficient than A. And C takes the most day to complete the work. So C is less efficient than both A and B. So firstly, we will calculate the ratio of their efficiency. How we will calculate the ratio of their efficiency? So let's take the LCM of A, B and C. LCM of A, B and C means 20, 25 and 30 will be how much? 300. Now once we have calculated this LCM, we will say that let's say the total work is 300 unit. Now A can do 300 unit in 20 days. So in one day A will do how much work? So A in one day will do 300 by 20, that is 15 unit of work. Now B in one day will do how much unit of work? So B in one day will do 300 by 25, that B can do 300 unit of work in 25 days. So in one day B will do 300 upon 25, that is 12 unit of work. And C can do 300 unit of work in 30 days. So in one day C will do how much amount of work? So 300 by 30, that is 10 unit. Now this is the efficiency, 15 unit is to 12 unit is to 10 unit, because in one day A is able to do 15 unit of work, B in 12 unit of work, and C 10 unit of work. Now the efficiency is 15 is to 12 is to 10. So the share will be divided in this ratio only. So 15 is to 12 is to 10. Total sum is 37. So 37 is equivalent to how much? 2220. If the share would be 37, so A will get 15, B 12, C 10, but now the share is 2220 rupees. So it's how much time? 60 times. Now they are asking the share of A exceeds that of B by how much? So if you are smart enough, you will not calculate first the share of A and share of B and you will subtract. No. If the share would be 37, A is how much more than B? 3. Now 37 is equivalent to 2220. So 3 will be equivalent to how much? So it's 60 times. So 3 is also it is 60 times, that is 180. Directly you will say that 180 is the answer. But those who have not understood, they can do like this, that A share will be how much? 15 into 60. B share will be how much? 12 into 60. So A minus B is 15 into 60 minus 12 into 60. 60 taken as common, 15 minus 12 is 3. So 3 into 60 is 180. So directly I have done here 3 into 60, 180 to save the time. These are the smart trick you should apply while solving the question. This will enhance your speed. Okay. Now let's proceed to the next question. A sum is to be divided among A, B and C together in the ratio 2 is to 3 is to 7. Okay. If the total share of A and B together is 1500 less than C, what is A's share in it? If I will get such type of question in the exam, what I will look here, that A plus B is 5 and C is 7. So how much is A plus B less? So A plus B is 5 and C is 7. So A plus B is how much less? 2 less. And the value of 2 is given 1500. So what is A share? So you have to find ultimately what is this 2. So answer will be 1500. But those who have not understood this, I will explain you here. Here, A, B and C. The sum is to be divided in the ratio 2 is to 3 is to 7. Okay. Now if the total share of A and B together, means total share of A and B together, A plus B together, each 1500 less than C, means C minus A plus B is 1500. Okay. Now if the sum would be 12, so C minus A plus B will be how much? C is 7, A plus B is 5, though this is 2. Now this 2 is equivalent to how much? This 2 is equivalent to 1500. According to the question, it is given that this 2 is equivalent to how much? 1500. Now you have to find what is A's share. So this 2 is equivalent to 1500. So means it's 750 times. So A's share will be how much? This will also be 750 times. This will also be 750 times, and this will also be 750 times. So A will get how much? 1500. But why we will calculate this is 750 times? Directly we know that 2 is equivalent to 1500, and ultimately we have to calculate what is 2. Okay. So directly you can say that the answer is 1500. Now the next question. A, B and C enter into partnership. A advances rupees 1200 for 4 months, B 1400 for 8 months and C 1000 for 10 months. They gain rupees 585 together. Find the share of A. Now here in this question, the time period is different. Time period is not the same. So profit will not be divided in the ratio of their investment. So we have to make the time period same. Here A, B and C. So if A is advancing for 4 months, 1200, I will ask A that advance it for 1 month. So it will be 1200 into 4. Now if B is advancing 1400 for 8 months, so let's ask B to advance it for 1 month. So for 1 month it will be 1400 into 8. and C is advancing rupees 1000 for 10 months. So ask B about advancing it for 1 month. So it will be 1000 into 10. Now the time period has become the same for 1 month, for 1 month, for 1 month. So we have taken the ratio. So this ratio will be the ratio of their profit. Now cancel it. 20 from here, 20 from here, 20 from here. Now 4 in 2 table, and this will be 100, so it will cancel 25 times. Now 12 is to 28 is to 25. Now this will not go in further cancellation, so totally 65. So if it would be 65 rupees, then A will get 12 rupees, B will get 28 rupees, and C will get 25 rupees. Now this is 65 is equivalent to how much? 585. Now this is how much? How many times? 9 times. How? If it would be 10, then 65 into 10 would be 650. Now 650 and 585. This is how much less? 65 less. So ultimately it's 9 times. So now you have to find the share of A. So A will be 9 times. So it will be 108. So 108 is our answer. Okay. This question seems to be lengthy one, but again, if you will solve this with a smart trick, you will be able to solve this question within 25 to 30 seconds. Here, first try to learn this question, try to learn the concept behind it. Mr. Shiv Kumar started a business by investing rupees 25,000 in 1996. Here is your Shiv Kumar. Let's say S for Shiv Kumar. Let's say SHIV Shiv Kumar. In 1996. So Shiv Kumar invested 25,000 rupees, 25,000 in 1996. In 1997, he invested an additional amount of 10,000. So in 1996, this amount was for 1 year, plus he invested additional amount of 10,000. So for the next year, the amount will increase by 35,000. And Mr. Rakesh joined him with an amount of rupees 35,000. Rakesh. So in 1997, Rakesh joined by an amount of 35,000. And in 1998, Shiv Kumar invested another amount of 10,000. So this 35,000 was for 1 year. And again in 1998, Shiv Kumar invested another 10,000. So the total amount will become 45,000. Okay. And Mr. Suresh joined them with an amount of 35,000. And here in 1998, Suresh is joining with an amount of 35,000. Now, what will be Rakesh's share in the profit of rupees 1,50,000 earned at the end of 3 years? Okay, so at the end of 3 years. So Rakesh was there in the business for 2 years. So it will be into 2. Suresh was there in the business for 1 year. That it will be into 1, and this into 1. Now, this is the ratio of their profit. Now, how to make it easy? Now, everywhere you will see 30, 30, 30 to cancel 30. Now it's 25 plus 35 plus 45. So 35 is the middle term and it's an arithmetic, it's in AP. So you can write it 35 into 3. The sum can be written as 35 into 3. This is 35 into 2 and this is 35 into 1. Now cancel 35, 35, 35. So this is 3 is to 2 is to 1. Now you will ask me that how I did 25 plus 35 plus 45 directly 35 into 3. So there is a rule in average, like if the number are in AP, suppose 5, 10, 15. So the middle number will be the average. So this is the middle number. The middle number is the average. So total will be average into number of quantity. Number of quantity is 3. So like this 25, 35, 45. This is in AP. Now the middle number 35 is the average and total will be 35 into 3. Quantity is 3. So that's why I wrote here 35 into 3 is to 35 into 2 is to 35 into 1. Now the Profit will be divided in the ratio 3:2:1. So total is 6. 6 is equivalent to how much? 1,50,000. How many times? 25,000. So what will be Rakesh's share in the profit? So Rakesh's share is how much? 2. So 2 into 25,000, that is 50,000. 50,000 is the answer. So answer is option number A. Now the next question. Vimla and Surjit started a shop jointly by investing rupees 9,000 and 10,500 respectively. After 4 months, Jaya joined them by investing rupees 12,500 while Surjit withdrew 2,000. At the end of the year, there was a profit of 4,770 rupees. Find the share of Jaya. Okay. So initially Vimla and Surjit started a shop. So V for Vimla, S for Surjit and J for Jaya. So Vimla and Surjit started. Vimla started by 9,000 rupees and Surjit started by 10,500 rupees. After 4 months, Jaya joined them by investing 12,500 rupees. So after 4 months, Jaya is joining. While Surjit withdrew rupees 12,000. Now Surjit is withdrawing rupees 12,000. So after 4 months, so this 10,500 will be there for 4 months. And after 4 months, Surjit withdrew 2,000. So the amount will decrease and it will become 8,500. And this will be there for 8 months because they are talking about at the end of the year. So Jaya money will be for 8 months and Vimla money will be for whole 12 months. Now, this is the ratio of their profit. The total profit is given. So once we find the ratio, we will be able to find the share of Jaya. So this is 12 into 90,000. Again, cancel 20 from here, 20 from here, 20 from here, 20 from here. So this is 90 into 12 is to 105 into 4. So this will also be 85 into 4. Na? So this will become 170 into 4. 170 into 4 plus 105 into 4. This will be 275 into 4 is to, this will be 125 into 8. So we can write 250 into 4. Now cancel it by 4, 4 and 3. Now in 5 table. So you can write it as 270 is to 275 is to 250. Now don't cancel it by 5 table. Just multiply 2 at all the places. Multiply 2 over here, 2 over here and 2 over here. So it will become 540 is to 275 into 2 is how much? 550 and this will become 500. Now cancel 0, 0, 0. The ratio is 54 is to 55 is to 50. Now this will make your calculation fast. Now this will be 147. Sorry, 159. It's not 147. 54 plus 55 plus 50. 50, 50, 50, 154 plus 5 is 9. 159. And 159 is equivalent to how much? 4,770. So this is how many times? If it would be, just don't look at 0 for some time. If it would be 160, then it would be 480. So this is 3 less. So into 3. So 159 into 3 is how much? 477. Now there is 1 0. So put 1 0. So it will go in 30 times. Now the share of Jaya. So Jaya is here 50. So 50 into 30 is how much? 1500. So 1500 will be the answer. Once you are able to find the ratio of their investment, that will be the ratio of their profit. Now the next question. A and B enter into a speculation. A puts in rupees 50 and B puts in rupees 45. At the end of 4 months, A withdraw half his capital. After 6 months, B withdraw half his capital. Then C enters with a capital of 70. At the end of 12 months, in what ratio will the profit be divided? Okay, so here is A, here is B, and here is C. Now, A puts in rupees 50. So A has put in rupees 50. B puts rupees 45. So B has put rupees 45. At the end of 4 months, A withdraw half his capital. So this 50 rupees was for the 4 months. After 4 months, A withdraw half the capital. Now this will become 25. Then after 6 months, B withdraw half his capital. So this 45 rupees was there for 6 months. And after 6 months, B has withdrawn half his capital. It will be 22.5. Now then C enters with a capital of 70. So after 6 months, C is entering. Now at the end of 12 months, now this 25 rupees will be there for 8 months. This 22.5 rupees will be there for 6 months. And this 70 rupees will be there for 6 months. So this is the ratio of their profit. Now they are directly asking what is the ratio of their profit. So 50 into 4 and 25 into 8. So we can write it as 50 into 4. So it will become 50 into 8 is to how? So 50 into 4 plus 50 into 4. So 2 into 50 into 4. So 50 into 8 plus 45 into 6 and it will be 45 into 3. So it will become 45 into 9 and it is 70 into 6. 70 into 6. Now in 5 table, this will be 10, this will be 9 and this will be 14. So 10 into 8, 80 is to 9 into 9, 81 is to 14 into 6, 84. Now the ratio is 80 is to 81 is to 84. So 80 is to 81 is to 84. B is the answer. Okay guys, so that's all. We have learned a lot of questions and a concept on this partnership. Now here you only have to keep one thing in your mind, that profit will be divided in the ratio of their investment if other conditions are the same, means if the time period are same. If the time period is not the same, they will try to make the time period same, and in that ratio the profit will be divided. Now the profit will be given, just answer the question accordingly. Okay, thank you. That's all for today. Have a nice day.